Oscar has loaded up the sloppy jalopy with bags of lemon, sardines, and fudge sauce. He needs one more thing before heading off, and an unsuspecting Telly monster happens by to fit the bill. Oscar informs Telly that he's about to take his annual trip to Poughkeepsie, to surprise his friend Roscoe on his birthday. Also would like a special pal to share in the road trip and can think of no better person than Telly. Although Telly has plans to visit the new Triangle Museum exhibit, Oscar paints a vivid picture of their road trip and turns on the radio to sing along with an upbeat version of Let's Go Driving, further cementing the idea in Telly's brain. Telly finally agrees to join Oscar and is immediately told to push the car. As the engine can't start without a pusher, Telly goes through the back and begins to push, which starts the car going. Telly hops into his seat, ready to hit the open road. However, Oscar stops the car just outside Hooper's store in need of more provisions. Telly points out that Oscar has plenty in the back seat, but Oscar says they can never have too many. Telly isn't keen on going shopping now, but Oscar puts more images on the road trip in his mind and turns on an R&B cover of Let's Go Driving to fully convince him. Once inside the store, Telly hands a shopping list to Alan, but first thinks Telly is on some kind of new grouch diet. The two-headed monster believes Telly is taking a road trip by horse, and parts of the word car appear for them to sound out. Alan brings all out the groceries, and Telly heads off. Telly is ready for the road trip to finally begin and resigns himself the role of pushing, but becomes frustrated when he's told he has to push it backwards this time. Oscar puts a Motown version of Let's Go Driving on the radio to get Telly in the road trip mindset once again, and he reluctantly starts to push the car backwards. They pull up mere feet back up the block to pick up Slimy from Gina's clinic. Telly is then forced to go all the way over to get Slimy and buckle him up in his special worm seat. Telly agrees to push once more on the grounds. They don't make any more stops at Hooper's or do any backtracking of any kind. Telly pushes the car enough to get the engine going and struggles to keep it up as it goes down the block. Oscar puts the car in park right outside the mail-it shop, needing Telly to pick up his junk mail. Getting angry, Telly starts to catch on that Oscar had never had any intention on taking him on a road trip. He just needed a patsy to push his car and do his errands. Oscar puts on a choral version of Let's Go Driving to soothe Telly and convince him to get his mail anyway. Telly returns with a large sack of mail and resignedly begins to head to the rear to push, but Oscar points out that the engine is still going. When it seems like the road trip can finally begin, Roscoe surprises them from under the pile in the backseat. He states that he hates when Oscar surprises him every year, so he decided to turn the tables on him this year. As Telly opines about what a lousy day it's been, Roscoe volunteers to push the car now. Hearing how much Telly hated it makes him want to feel miserable too. With the pusher in place, Oscar keeps his promise and agrees to take Telly wherever the open road will take them. The two start singing Let's Go Driving as Roscoe pushes the car down the block.